2. Recap.
Alrighty. Welcome. Yes. Would anyone like to start us off with a recap? And then I can fill in any blanks if we struggle with what happened 2 weeks ago.
Spooky dungeon. We fight monsters.
Ah! We beat monsters.
We beat monsters up. Yay! We
We whacked
leave.
a monster
We
there.
got
We
loot.
whacked a monster
We got some money. Got some loot.
Okay, let me see.
Somebody
Let me
else do it.
let me see if I can. Okay, I'll do it again. Hold on. Let me think for a second. So, in the last episode, we had a little heart-to-heart with Evangeline and Shurston about what the heck we were gonna do. We were then taken up to our lodgings, hung out there for a little bit. Multiple characters paired off, had some fun discussions. Woke up in the morning, ate breakfast, went down into the dungeons that we are being requested to clear out. We were warned going into said dungeon that there were basilisks down below, and on our way down, I believe Shurston was walking us down. I want to say it was Saarebas who came up with the idea, hey, do we have any, like, glass or mirrors? And Shurston was like, good idea. And then she punched some glass. We all got little pieces of glass. Took that down to the magic barrier that our NPC friends had posted up. And then Evangeline came down. We had a little discussion about what the game plan was. We went through the barrier down below. We went in, letting the ranger take the lead. Then we fought off a basilisk. And Saarebas basically single-handedly was like Crocodile Dundee, just like, I'm just gonna hold on to you and just let you guys just get all the hits you want, while keeping my eyes closed or like looking through glass. It was all very funny. We managed to kill the first one relatively easily. Noctis found some writing, like a journal, for the people who are down in the mines or down under the base or under the structure. And then we ran into another basilisk that we managed to deal a severe amount of damage to after Saarebas he casted Shatter on the door, which blew up in its face. Then he ran inside, grabbed it, we killed it. Then we cleared all those rooms, and in the process, we found some loot in the form of Syretia found sort of like a How to Train Your Dragon manual, along with some dragon-killing arrows. And I managed to find a footlocker full of 400 gold, and then a little note talking about a game called... It's a card game called Wicked Grace.
Yep.
Wicked Grace. And then we found out that Mac, the golem from upstairs, was probably what the thing that they were talking about, because Saarebas used speak with dead, speak with dead.
Yeah.
Used it, talked to the dwarven skeleton, and one of the questions that we asked about it was, what's the treasure that's more valuable than gold? And he was like, protector, it's still around, or something like that. So we're like, it's gotta be Mac. Then we had to flip a coin. We were like, do we want to keep going, or do we want to stop? We decided to proceed into the rotunda. Inside the rotunda, there were... Help me out with the critters' names. What are they called? They're like raptor bugs, burrowed in the ground. What were they called?
Mitchell, what were they?
Kruthiks.
Kruthiks. We stroll in there. We managed to roll super high on our stealth because luckily we have somebody who casts Pass Without Trace on us. We snuck in there, realized, oh wow, there's a lot of these things in here. And at first we were like, we'll weaponize the metal grate in the middle of the room. Luckily we didn't, because it turns out that's also full of Kruthiks. I, as Voheim, failed to hit a sleeping, not moving thing twice. Then they all woke up, got real mad, and then we fought them in the doorway between the two rooms, and they were burrowing, they were flanking us, but it didn't matter, because Saarebas had so much lightning going on in the room that anytime any of them popped their miserable heads out of the dust, they would just get struck with so much lightning. So we were outnumbered, everybody stood 10 toes down, we defended ourselves, even the squishies put in work and protected themselves, but Saarebas got like 4 kills or something crazy, which he earned that because he was basically taking himself out of the fights with the basilisks for the most part. So it all evened out, And then, even though he wanted to keep going, we convinced him, hey, we're all pretty banged up. Let's go back upstairs. And I believe that's where we ended.
We went upstairs and then we talked to one of them and they said there's new visitors. And we
Yeah.
were like,
Oh,
we have
yes,
to go
yes,
see
yes,
them.
yes. That's right. We went to the courtyard, and some people showed up in a cart. There was like a tall person and then a couple shorter people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we ended.
Yes, one taller cloaked figure and two short and
Stout.
stout.
Here is my.
Handle,
Figures.
here is my spout.
Yeah. Go on.
So you're basically looking over the battlements. And mind you, it is still maybe not as bad as the night when you first arrived, but it is still a winter hellscape out here in the Dales. You can barely see 20 feet in front of you with how thick the snowfall is. You feel these icy winds after being in the very sheltered and insulated dungeons of Durlockhold. You are now met with, the surface, reality, and how bitingly cold the whole thing is.
Quick question. I totally forgot. I have resistance against cold.
Yes, because you're technically Goliath.
Is that playing to the narrative at all, or is that purely a mechanical thing?
So you could probably get like twice as far as anybody else should you trudge into the snow. As all damage, correct me if I'm wrong, seeing as you have a resistance, not an invulnerability, but a resistance to cold, you take half damage.
Mm-hmm.
Something to keep in mind.
Which I think that
be-
fits with Qunari in general, that they're
They're
pretty
hardy folk.
that they're pretty hardy against the elements.
Yeah. So, along with you is the Knight Captain, Shurston, who was leading you back to the keep of the hold, where most of the mages reside, as well as Evangeline, who has Dove in tow, and has not forgotten what you said, Voheim. However, with the arrival of new visitors, she suddenly looks a little unsure, like maybe this, and she even says, like, perhaps this isn't the right time. I've thought about what you said, Sir Voheim, and I think it would be best moving forward that Elmander know about the operation we're conducting here, but we need to find out who this is first.
I agree.
Besides, that was a huge victory, what the four of you were able to accomplish in the dungeons. We should just focus on celebrating that today.
And getting some rest. A little bit of rest would be nice.
Yes, there's a few things on the agenda, but I believe you all have more than earned it. I count me surprised. It's no wonder
Why?
Dove trust you so implicitly. I think that should be
like
obvious.
flexes.
It looks like glares at you, Noctis.
I'm just trying to be funny. I'm so sorry.
Perhaps one day I'll learn to appreciate your humor. You've given me no reason to distrust you outside of the obvious.
The obvious. I don't get it, but okay.
Well, hopefully you never have to understand the true repercussions of what you are. Hopefully that good character will carry you far.
I mean, I met all these nice people. I think it's got me pretty far already.
I agree. And I wish you were right.
Voheim.
Oh, it is difficult in this place.
Voheim is definitely on his tiptoes to see over the battlements to see
Yeah,
to see
I think
who,
Syretisha's
who has
also
arrived.
trying to see who it is, if she can gleam faces or
Um,
anything.
I am very interested on who's here.
I would say you could make a perception roll if you wanted with disadvantage, as the snow is very thick, and you're looking all the way up from the battlements down into the front courtyard.
That's
I'll
fair.
I'll go ahead and give it a shot.
But you can before you get closer.
Well,
Well, I
I
mean,
got a 6.
Okay.
even with disadvantage, Syretisha's modifier is super good. That's a 19.
I got a 16, so she'll probably be better than mine.
19 and 16 is pretty strong.
So yeah, she's very, very curious about what's going on here.
Well, you can definitely tell from a distance, regardless of perception roll, that again it is one taller cloaked figure as well as two short figures, and behind them is a massive cart filled with unknown materials. As for a 16, you can definitely discern the races. This is definitely what appears to be a human or elf, accompanied by two dwarves.
Okay.
With a 19, like a near 20, you can tell that the clothes that the dwarves wear is something you would see like a commoner wear. It's nothing fancy. It's nothing raggedy necessarily, but it is most certainly not glamorous, whereas the other individual seems to be much more finely dressed.
Okay.
Their cloak appears to be more well trimmed and finely made.
I think she would definitely relay that information to everyone else so they could draw their own conclusions to that.
So they're just people?
Looks like it. Some commoners and maybe a noble, be my guess. Could be wrong.
I better get down there and give him the spiel.
Are you gonna leave him out there to die like you did us?
Well, for the record, I didn't leave you out to die. You all proved your worth. And I'll give them the very same chance. But I have to be realistic. If they pose any sort of threat, we have no choice but to send them away.
Well, I mean, yeah, obviously. You don't
Would it
want
make
people
you-
that'll kill people.
Would it make you feel more comfortable if we joined you?
I would never say no to extra security. We Templars are few in numbers. We don't actually have the might to withstand any particularly powerful intruders.
Awesome. I'm down to go with.
And you see Evangeline just goes like, if you don't mind, dear, I think it'd be best to go back to the hideaway. We can reveal Dove to Elmander tomorrow, first thing in the morning. Yes, that'll give us more time to choose our words carefully, plan accordingly, see what's going on with these strange folk. Even with Dove's protectors with me, suppose you can never be too careful.
That's true. It's kind of the comically thing where the person just pops up behind somebody else and is like,
Mhm.
mm-hmm.
Well, I'll meet up with the 4 of you later.
Voheim nods, but says, "First thing in the morning, after breakfast.
You can be there if you want.
I will, after breakfast."
I see we have our priorities in order. And as she turns away, you can see Dove kind of give like a little baby wave to the 4 of
Aw.
you.
I wave back.
Way back too.
I wave back.
I give a slight nod.
A nod of respect.
Saarebas is so cool.
So, as you proceed through Durlock Hold, you descend down the steps of the keep and towards the front courtyard, where you're met with the wrought iron, steel reinforced gate. As you see the figures ahead, Shurston turns to you and just says, like, just wait here in shadow, and if anything goes wrong, don't feel the need to remain scarce. You can intervene should you feel like there's any sort of threat.
Okay,
You can.
just be safe.
A couple of us can stay back, but I see no reason why I can't walk up with you.
I suppose you don't give away the true meaning of this place.
No, besides, having another dwarf there might make them more comfortable and tell the truth.
I suppose you're right. If you wish to accompany me to the front, allow me to lead, and feel free to add in where you please. And she will allow you and any of your party mates to accompany her along with 2 trusted Templar guards.
Oh yeah, I'll go up with them. May as well.
I think Noctis stays back because somebody has to.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, also kind of trailing, but, like, farther back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Syretia's gonna go up with them. She wants to know who
Okay.
these people are.
Okay, so the 3 of you accompany the Templars up to the gate, and you can see one of the dwarven figures step forward. And you just hear him start going off, even though there's no way he could possibly discern what kind of figures are approaching him yet. He knows that there are people approaching, and he goes, "Oh, well, it's about time. We're freezing our hinds off out here." Is there any way you could let us in? And you just see Shurston stand with her sword drawn in front of her, like paladin style. Just goes, "To whom are we speaking to in the middle of the dales? This place is unmarked on any map. What is your business here?" And you see this dwarf just kind of scratching the back of his head, like clearly like cold, but also like trying to play it cool. He just goes like, "Well, you see, me boy and I just got lost, and we're just traveling merchants, you see, and we were guided here, and we just were hoping you would have a little bit of warmth to share. That's all."
I'd immediately like to make an insight check against that.
Okay. Go ahead and incite this man.
That is only an 11. Damn.
An 11. You get the sense that you can't necessarily discern the truth of how he got here, but you can definitely tell that he is very much so affected by this cold and would very much like shelter.
You say that you were guided here, my stone-blind brother.
Oh, I didn't expect to see another friend in these parts.
Let's not use the term friend quite yet. Tell me, who is your guide?
Right, my apologies, didn't mean to be hasty. This fine miss here guided us through the snowstorm, and I fear without her magic, I don't believe my son and I would have made it.
Voheim would turn to look at or observe whoever this cloaked figure who's evidently a magic user.
You can see in front of you that there is this satin red robe that is a little that is very trimmed, and there's a very long flowing cloak that hides that obscures this person's face, though you do notice that there are like very dark brown curls of hair coming down to her chest as she stands straight up in the back, letting the dwarves do the talking.
You on the cart. Let's have up with the hood, please.
And this woman approaches, and you can see that she stands even closer than the dwarf. She just kind of walks past him and stares down at you, as you can kind of see her face from below as she lifts her hood. And you can tell immediately from the ears that this is an elven woman. She's middle-aged, with bright red lipstick, some pretty serious eyeshadow going on, and cheekbones that could cut through granite. And she looks at you defiantly. Just stares you down.
So you led these two dwarves here to this place?
Not by choice.
Very well. Why, then? How did you know that this place existed? Were you also guided by someone? Hells, these forests must be full of helpful guides.
I was told from a nearby innkeeper that there was some kind of magic school out here in the woods.
Voheim immediately turns to look at Shurston when she says that an innkeeper told her about that. Like, there's someone on the outside that knows about the location of this place?
An innkeeper told you an innkeeper told you about a castle keep that can only be accessed via a magic pathway.
And you see Shurston kind of like lean down to you and say like the only way she could know is through the railroad or one of the clans.
It is very possible that somebody might either be interested, jealous, or both.
DM, what does she look like again? Can you describe her again?
She is definitely like a middle-aged elven woman, probably like in her late 50s. She has very long, curly black hair, and she's adorned with some like golden bangles and a sort of like small tiara, like a very thin tiara. It's like a circlet rather.
Okay.
And
fancy.
she has like very silk satin robes. She seems, though she's kind of peacocking her stature a bit, she also seems a little cold. Not as outwardly cold as the dwarf seem to be.
So, were you making your way to this place and then happened upon these dwarves with their cart?
Well, I couldn't just leave some strangers in need, could I?
Could you?
I don't suppose I would.
Where's the other dwarf?
The other dwarf is just kind of shivering back, kind of like guarding the cart, even though there's no immediate danger. He's just kind of standing in front of the cart, and even though he's shivering, he kind of has this kind of like dumb grin on his face.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You can see he seems to be a little younger, with short blonde trimmed hair, and with ears pointed extremely outwards.
You said they were traders, right? Or they said they were traders?
That's what they claim.
I think I might know who they are out of game. Syretia has no idea. I have a guess though, as Natalie.
Shurston, might I have a word?
Certainly. Give us a moment, will you? You can see that the Templars kind of post up.
Wow.
Whether these individuals are evil or not, would it not be prudent to investigate how exactly they got the information on this place? Names, faces? It'll get them out of the cold and you can ask them some questions.
Even if their story checks out, they have to undergo our screening process.
What sort of screening process would you ask of a bunch of merchants?
Well, admittedly, the dwarves don't pose any threat, given that dwarves are inherently non-magical. So if they really are harmless merchants, as they say, I suppose they could be gained entry.
I'll vouch for the dwarves, and I will take responsibility for them while they're in the castle. As for the tall one, that is none of my business.
Even if her story checks out, she has to play by my rules, whether Elmander likes it or not.
You leave the dwarves to me. You take care of the tall one.
Are the others? Are you others in agreement?
I would like to inspect their goods before anything else.
Okay. Go ahead and give me... I don't think you need a check for that. The cart's pretty close. So, you can see that this cart is massive. It's the kind of cart that should be led by two very strong war horses. However, they don't seem to have any horse. And it doesn't really seem organized. It kind of seems more like a Santa's sleigh sack of like random goodies.
All right, Saarebas is going to look over to the dwarf, the father, and call him over.
Oh, good to see one of you folk this far out. This day is full of surprises.
Merchant,
Yes?
how have you traveled with no beast of burden to carry your cart?
Well, you see, I travel with just me and me son there. He's not all there. He's not very bright, but he's wicked strong, that is, and has a thing for enchanting.
Oh my god, you didn't. You didn't. What? You did though. I knew it.
So, looking over their goods, what do they have? Just like an odd selection of knickknacks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it seems like they have everything from arms, like weapons and armor, to alchemical goods, to general adventuring gear, to just common household goods. They seem to be sort of like a traveling general store.
Woo!
You just see from the back, the younger dwarf, still smiling, gritting his teeth, just goes like, "Hello."
Saarebas, do you see anything dangerous back in that cart?
Weapons, arms, and armor.
No stowaways.
Not that I can see.
And then Voheim would look up at Syretia again, say,
Well,
What? It's just.
what do you think?
They seem to check out. I mean, they just, from what Saarebas said and what I can see, they seem just like merchants to me.
Shurston, would it be possible for us to escort the dwarves and their goods out of the cold while you test this other person?
If you can take them straight to Elmander, we could make that work. We'll need to clear it with him, but I don't see any weapons on them. They don't seem to pose much of a threat. Again, dwarves don't have any magic.
I'm sure some of your paladins could take their cart and impound it for now, while we check and see about the character of this woman in red.
Yes, I have to say I'm a little suspicious myself. We'll put her through thorough questioning.
With all due respect, would it not be wiser to bring her within the castle? Being only one person, you could assign a retinue of Templars to look over her.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm bad at that.
Do you still, does aid work for, wait, no, you cast it on us. Never mind. Sorry.
13. That's actually really good for what I can do. I rolled a 14. I've got -1.
Okay. For the 13, I'd say she says, I have no doubts that my guard and all of our mages could take one individual, regardless of her intent. But to be on the safe side, we might as well do this properly.
Shurston, before we escort these dwarves inside out of the cold, you have some sort of fire pit or something?
Well, the fireplace is always going, up in the keep.
I mean out here in the courtyard. Is there somewhere we could set up a fire for this poor woman who's shivering?
There's a couple of spots where old campfires were made.
All right, I'll see to that. If you're going to question her, you might as well do it in comfort.
Voheim, I have a tinderbox if you want to borrow it to start a fire.
I'll get the logs and the wood. You bring your tinderbox.
Sounds good.
You are kinder than I.
Well, we've been through it. We know.
You're liable to get more honest answers if they're at ease when you're asking them and not worried about freezing to death.
That could be true, but you never know with strangers. Not sure which tactic will bear fruit.
Well, you don't know if you don't try.
Voheim would definitely be setting up a fire nearby.
Oh yeah, Syretia would be helping with her tinderbox too, gathering if he needs help and all that too.
Just taking even just like some small stones, just like rubble to make sort of a makeshift ring.
Mm-hmm. You're led out to do that as Shurston and her guards gesture the woman to stand back, and not really caring how rude they come across, isolate her from the dwarves in their cart, as you both are allowed to make a sort of fire pit for the woman to stand near. Go go ahead and make a survival check.
Sure.
I'd say normally this would be pretty easy, but given that there is a snowstorm around you.
Yeah, that would make it kind of difficult.
That's not great. Wait, is that 7 for Syretia?
Okay. So, with the 7, you're able to get a smoldering fire going. This is a very weak fire, but a
Yeah.
fire nonetheless.
I think she would recognize that, and she would just get frustrated because she's been taught how to do this before, and she's done it before. So the fact that she can't do it now, she's just like, come on, and she's just like trying to get. And then eventually, at some point, she's like, ugh. It's like, it has to be good enough. I'm sorry. To
Voheim would just take some logs and says,
Well, this is a fine start. Don't worry, there's plenty of wind to keep the flame alive.
he would just sort of teepee the logs and everything and say,
I'm sure they can take it from here.
Yeah, I
The
know.
woman just kind of, like, squints at both you and then sneers at Shurston. What is this? You're not going to let me in? Why do they get to go in? I came here to study, after all.
The leader of the school will have to determine whether or not that is possible. We will make sure that your friends who you guided here are given safe passage inside. If you are honest with Shurston, you will be inside before you know it.
They value honesty above anything.
If you were a student taking classes here, would you be happy to learn that the guards outside, tasked with keeping you safe, lets everyone into the school?
It's sub-zero out here.
I know, that's what the fire's for. Just cool your heels here by the fire. We will take it from here. Oh, I'm Voheim, by the way.
Oh, I'm Syretia. And she just smiles and waves. I like your... And she'll point to, like, the circlet. It's really pretty.
Quite. And thank you.
Okay. Okay, it's just
If this
trying
is
to be
how you
nice.
treat all your new visitors, all your prospective students, I'd like to have a word with this leader of yours. Or maybe I should call upon the law. Maybe the Inquisition has something to say about this.
That's...
Voheim looks at her and vehemently just goes,
That's a very bad idea, trust me. If you want to get in here, that's the last thing you need to do. It's... very bad idea.
You all can see that Shurston's eye gives a slight twitch as she takes a deep breath and just goes like, just be patient and answer my questions honestly, and you'll have nothing to fear.
There are other students inside who have gone through this process, and they're just fine. Just be honest, and you'll be inside in no time.
Fine, but I better be in by nightfall.
Voheim looks at Shurston to confirm, like, yes. Will she be in by nightfall?
And that'll be up to you. As she glares back.
Sounds like all you have to do is answer quickly, and everything will be fine.
If I may. And then you see the dwarven father pipe up, like, she was quite kind to me and my boy, and I don't know, it just seems a little cruel to leave her out here, in light of what she's done. Wouldn't the world be a better place if we all just treated each other with kindness?
Voheim walks up to this guy.
And says, first things first. My name is Voheim, and you are?
Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Bowden.
Oh my...
Bowden Fedek. This is
All
my
right.
son, Gandalf.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
All right. What Woden is it?
Yes.
All right.
And then Voheim, like, puts an arm around him and sort of walks him away from Shurston. And the lady dressed in red and just says,
I agree with you on a spiritual level. However, on a survival level, you and your boy must get inside. This sort of dialogue is best done in front of a roaring fire and with food and lots of ale. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but now is not the time. I'm afraid me and my friends have already tested the patience of this place very recently.
Well, I suppose I can't argue with any of that.
No, you can't. Now take your boy and get inside before their patience runs dry.
All right, and thank you so much. I promise you won't regret this. And he starts to move in. He goes like, "Come on, boy. We have the all clear." And you can see that this small dwarven boy lifts the front handles of this cart almost effortlessly as he starts wheeling it in very slowly. And as he passes you, he just looks at you with a grin and just goes, "Thank you."
It's so good.
Voheim claps a hand on his shoulder and just says,
Good lad.
Ow.
That's such a good
Smile
impression.
doesn't leave his face.
Oh, I love it.
You can see as these two dwarves, very thankful to be out of the cold, as they wheel their cart full of goods in. And from behind the Templars, your party mates, and these newfound strangers you would have allowed in. You can see this figure puts her hood back up and stands by the fire and gives a sideways glance into the darkness. You could almost swear that she's looking right at you, Noctis,
Oh no!
as the gate closes once again.
Oh wait, is she outside the gate?
Yeah, she got left out.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
She's going through the test we went through when we first
I was gonna
got
say
here.
I'm gonna wait out there with her,
You
but I'm not
can.
sure how long it's gonna take.
You'd be waiting a while, but you can.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Well, actually, before we do that, I'd like to ask them if I could look over her, if she, or vouch for her at least. If not, I will wait out there with her. I failed my last persuasion check, so
You can try to vouch for her. Or inspect her further if you wish.
yeah, I'm gonna try to catch her before we close the gate.
So are you investigating? Is that it?
No, I just want to talk to Shurston before she closes the gate on her.
Okay. Any input? Something about this doesn't seem right.
I understand it's suspicious, but I'm thinking upon the merchant's words. Naive as they were, I think the man has a point.
Well, we didn't start this place just to deny everyone that comes knocking for aid. But the last thing I want to see is this entire school crumble due to carelessness.
I understand your sentiments, but treating prospective students like this may have the same result.
What are you suggesting?
If it means anything, I could watch over her myself, or the rest of our group.
Make a persuasion roll.
I'll try again. 9. 10 minus 1.
Damn.
You are more than welcome to accompany us on our watch. Most of the times we've done this, it's been uneventful. However, please allow us to do our jobs. As Templars, we have to maintain utmost security of this place. I made
Understood.
a promise to Elmander and Eva.
Then I will wait with her then.
outside. I'm
Yes.
sure you wouldn't want to wait with us.
No.
How very noble.
Hmm.
I suppose I wouldn't say no.
Besides, if she does turn out to be suspicious, I will be able to get first-hand evidence of it.
Well, we'll be there to back you up should anything go awry.
And Saarebas will nod and then move to sit outside the gate.
When
Freaking Chad.
Okay.
when the gate closes and she glares at Noct, do we see that? Do any of us notice that, or is it just those two?
She appears to be looking past all of you. She gives like a look of acknowledgement to Saarebas approaching her, but then just seems to look off into the passageway you all emerged from, into the darkness that obscures Noctis.
Okay. I think once we're back in there, Syretia's gonna go over to Noctis and be like, do you know her? She was looking at you.
I don't think so. I don't know. I was over here.
I mean, she had an accent like you do. At least
I
think
mean,
so.
lots of people do.
Well, I mean, that's fair. I don't know, you're the first person I heard with that accent, and now she's the second, so... Whether she's looking at that, maybe you two knew each other. I could be wrong.
Do I know this woman or no? Or was I too far away to really know?
I would say, with the distance at which you engaged in this conversation, there seems to be an eerie sense of familiarity with this individual.
Okay.
Though you can't confirm it, you are almost certain that you know who this is.
Okay. Maybe. I can't confirm nothing. I was over here.
Well, if she's able to come in, are you going to talk to her?
I mean, I know you guys are, so I'm gonna be there.
You're being very evasive about this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Insight check. What? Not one. Never mind.
Let's go!
She's like, oh, okay.
Amazing.
I believe you, Nox. You're like, yeah, you're cool. And I think she's just gonna be like, okay, well, maybe I'm just tired. Could be imagining things. And then I'll go back inside. God damn it! Ugh! I hate that. It was so funny.
So as we leave, the three of you accompanying the two dwarven merchants back into the hold, we'll do a quick little aside with Saarebas and this stranger, who now stand around a pretty pitiful fire in the courtyard. She's, again, fronting and trying to have a stature of confidence, and, like, nothing is really phasing her. However, it is very apparent that she is also shivering and doing her best to curl up to this fire the best she can.
As painful as this might be, endure it for now.
I take it this is the same type of initiation they gave you?
Indeed. I will not
Was it
pretend
worth
to
it?
know. Well, I admit I am ignorant as to the standards of most foreign mage associations. Regardless, I don't think it proper to treat another person like this.
That's very compassionate of you. I thank you kindly for keeping me company out here. But I am on rather urgent business. Tell me, is there a student, or a prisoner, or anybody in this place that goes by the name of Noctis?
uh,
Annie?
Yeah? What?
Oh, I don't know. Uh-huh.
that is correct. Do you know of her?
I've been searching for her for some time. She's very far away from home, you see.
I admit that makes me... You are aware that she is a blood mage, correct?
They are nothing of the sort.
Well, he...
They. Guys.
They,
Not
sorry.
just they. It's okay.
So pronouns are... I thought, okay.
They, them. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Is
For the
that right?
Just for a metagame perspective, this person is mixing up them
On purpose? Okay.
on purpose.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Mhm.
Okay.
But for above game knowledge, Noctis, I think, uses
Mhm.
they, them, unless Annie changed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
Gotcha.
didn't.
Okay.
I was like,
So I wasn't sure if it was he, him, or they, them. My bad.
No, you're fine.
This is a character speaking out of ignorance.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm sorry.
I admit, I do not know much about them. But if you were to have any relation as to the magic they're able to cast, I do not foresee your entrance into this mage circle.
Well, I care about them very much, and I would just like to see... I would like to see them safe. I take it this place has treated them kindly.
Well.
I will not mince words. Whether or not what they practice is blood magic, they have been treated with much suspicion by the rest of the castle, though they have let them roam freely for now.
Well, that doesn't sound ideal. We need to get her out of here, right?
For all intents and purposes, they seem to be quite comfortable, despite the obvious hostility.
I see.
Are you family?
In a manner of speaking.
I have been forthcoming with my answers, and to speak bluntly, I would have you do the same as well.
That doesn't mean I owe it to you to be forthcoming. But I suppose you have a point. See, Noctis is a runaway. I am their guardian. And I have been looking for many moons. So forgive me if being caught out in a snowstorm and having to endure those insufferable buffoons for hours on end, that I'm not a little anxious to go see my daughter.
Well, I will admit I know not what to make of this relationship, but I will reserve judgment until you're able to conversate with them.
Thank you. You are very respectful. That'll get you far in life. You sure there's nothing you can say to the guards over there? Something that could maybe speed this up.
I am not known to be silver-tongued.
Well then, let us continue to chat. Is there anything else you can tell me about this place?
It is large.
Well, I can
Quite.
see that. And I say, for the sake of not going on and on and on, I would say, like, on what scale would you say you're, like, how forthcoming with information would you be to this person?
I feel like Saarebas is honest to a fault, but I don't think he's dumb, so he would disclose everything obvious.
Okay. State the obvious.
Yeah, I don't think he would not go into any of the politics or any of the secrets of this place.
Anything more
but
complex.
No, he would speak very frankly and honestly about what would not be dangerous to let someone else know.
Okay, you give her.
He's already starting to feel like
down.
maybe I spoke too honestly to this person who might have ulterior motives.
Well, you engage in some very awkward and strangely tense small talk with this stranger outside in the courtyard. And though the cold bothers you both grin and bear it as the Templars stand watch. You can tell they are practicing some incantations of some kind. They're not magic necessarily, but Templars are basically like detecting magic. Like basically ritual casting detect magic. As we cut to the much warmer and bustling with conversation interior of the keep. And inside the main keep of Durlock Hold, you see Bowden getting escorted arm over the shoulder by Voheim as his son Sandal thuds the cart down in the corner of the keep. I must say thank you for sticking your necks out for me and me son. It really means a lot. I almost forgot what warmth felt like.
We've all been through that.
It's unforgiving out there, that's for sure.
How long have you been without a theg?
Oh, quite some time. Most of me life, actually.
Well,
that was mostly my grandfather's grandfather. We're surfacers, you see, and proud of it.
A theg?
That must be nice.
What's a theg?
Well, alright, so down in the dungeon, you know the metal grate?
Yeah.
And then way down where all those creatures were crawling around with their tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a theg is, but for dwarves.
Okay. Do you live there? Or is it just...
A dwarf is supposed to live there, and when they don't, they consider you a non-dwarf.
That's not very
But
nice.
you're still dwarves. It doesn't matter where you live, right? At least it shouldn't.
For dwarves, much of their identity comes from their connection to the stone, the mother stone, and when you leave her embrace, you can't come back.
Oh. That seems kind of mean.
My man Voheim is right, unfortunately, but we've lived with great pride for some time. But you see, Sandal here had a rough experience in his tyke, and had a nasty encounter with some darkspawn. I saved his life, and we haven't looked back since.
You encountered darkspawn and lived?
More like the aftermath of the whole thing, but Sandal miraculously survived.
That's wonderful news.
That's impressive. I haven't heard a story like that before.
Sandal just kind of hangs his head and for the first time isn't grinning and just goes, bad.
They are bad. They're very bad.
Bad.
It's okay, son. It's all in the past now. You don't have to dwell on these things.
Sorry, didn't mean to make them sad. Just. Yeah. I've heard stories.
Voheim
of
looks
Spawn.
Sandal up and down and says,
You hungry?
Yes.
Food.
The bread here is so good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Voheim looks to Bowden and says,
Has your boy ever seen a golem before?
oh, many times. We stop by Orzammar every now and then on certain trade routes.
No, how is Orzammar these days?
I haven't been in some time, but it was quite lovely the last time I visited.
Well, I'm glad that some dwarves are still having a pleasant time underground, I suppose.
Yeah, I think the king's doing a lot of good work down there. Don't know many details myself, mostly just taking care of me business. By the by, we are traveling merchants, and we are currently on business, and though we expected to be doing business in a town, you see, we would be more than happy for you to take advantage of our services.
Once you're feeling warm and well-fed, I think myself and my companions would be more than happy to take a look at your wares.
Yes, I don't mean anything by it, but this place, it seems a little cobbled together, and I believe they could be in use of some of the things we offer.
There is
I'm sure.
some construction work that they will need to do, yes. So if you have mason's tools, any construction supplies, I'm sure that they would give you some coin for them.
I'll have me boy get that stuff ready. And you can see that Hannon and Mac have already come over to give them a fine warm meal to enjoy. And he goes like, "Here you go, small one. Enjoy, and welcome to Durlock." And he just goes like, "Oh, that's mighty kind. I did have a good feeling about this place when we approached. I really did." As he begins eating.
There's a lot of good.
You're more than
people
welcome
here.
to peruse browse our goods. It's all in there.
Noctis is gonna go and browse the goods.
I think Syretia's gonna do the same while she's munching on some bread.
mm-hmm.
As you go to inspect
Yeah,
Noctis.
it's like the loaf of bread and mouth meme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just see as you get closer to the cart, Sandal looks up at you, Noctis, with his mouth half full of bread, and just goes, "Enchantment."
Yes. Love it.
Yes. I almost neglected to mention, my boy Sandal's a savant when it comes to enchanting. Should you need an item that you wish enchanted, he's quite the runesmith.
Good to know.
And how much gold would that cost for an enchantment from your boy?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, even though you've done us a great service getting us in here and feeding us and being so kind and welcoming, we do run a business. It might cost a pretty penny, but we can discuss that after you've selected something.
Okay.
I have to make a profit after all.
That's yeah, that's understandable. It's your living. You have to survive.
Generations upon generations this stock has been passed down after all. I can't just go giving it away.
What kind of items can you
yeah.
enchant?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
So out of game, this is kind of your chance. And you can do this during or after the session if you want. But if you would like to buy an item or take one of your existing items that you have and give it magical properties, you can run an idea by me.
Oh, I think I have an idea.
Uh, and we can it's kind of like a make your own magic item sort of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you don't have
I
to give me an
do-
answer right away, as there's no pressing combat or puzzles or dungeoneering of any kind. But could be something to think about, unless you have an idea ready to go.
I would probably
I
need to
did-
wait on the enchantment question. I
Yeah,
would
me
probably
too.
like need to take some time to think about that question. But I do have like 2 things off the top of my head, just like regular stock things that I would probably want to buy.
Okay.
I wanted like a healing potion of some kind that isn't too expensive.
And also for Saarebas, this would be your time to shop as well. We could say he could have it ready for you.
I'm not
I don't want you to
there.
miss.
I
I
wouldn't
don't.
know.
I don't want you to miss shopping time. But, like,
I'm sorry. I threw a wrench in everything.
No,
it's
this
okay.
is there's time dilation. We're all
I
in the
think
pause menu.
it's
It all speeds up.
We're checking our inventory.
I think it's perfectly
It's
reasonable that you could stop by and peruse later, but for the sake of like organizing the session, you could just
If you have
make your
ideas
purchases
now.
now without
Gotcha.
anyone else.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's not going anywhere.
Okay, yeah, no, we'll figure something out. Probably. We said after the session would be fine.
It's totally cool if you don't have an idea right now.
The
But if there's
enchanting
something-
thing, I will need to think about. But I do want a healing potion.
Okay. How many healing potions would you like?
How expensive are they?
I think,
Yeah, how much
it
do they
depends
cost?
on how much I will
Well,
need to.
A single potion of healing is 50 gold. However,
Holy.
like I said, this isn't like a kiosk with fixed prices. This is a man that can be haggled and reasoned
Negotiated with.
After all, you did do him a great kindness by letting
What's
him in.
the how much health do you get back from a healing potion?
It's
Just like a
D4
regular that 50
plus
gold.
something.
2d4 plus 2.
Okay, yeah. It's not a whole lot.
Yeah. I mean, you could theoretically like save someone who's been like
I mean,
hurt real bad.
it's good, especially like if you don't have any healing magic. It's a good backup to have in case someone's down or really needs it. Then it's a
That's why I wanted one.
yeah. So as a
Alright,
backup.
How much would you like to purchase? The Noctis.
Maybe just one to start with.
Okay.
Just for like, oh, if I need it, I'll have it, and blah blah blah. And because we do have someone with healing magic, so
Get 2.
it's just for like
technically.
last resort.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that Bowden is goes to his cart after he hears your request. And he just says like, yes, a wise choice, one of our most popular items. Staying alive is important, after all.
I agree, 100%.
See, elf root, you see, is very common,
Oh my
but the
God.
mixture, that's something else entirely. Not easy to do. I can assure you that these have been brewed to perfection. And he
Well,
lets you take one.
I
There-
take one.
They're elf root potions? Am I understanding that?
Yeah.
right? That's really difficult. And you did that?
I mean,
She's asking Bowden.
Well,
um,
you don't travel Thedas without picking up a couple skills, you see.
I suppose not.
you don't do it?
Me?
He's looking at you, yeah.
Oh, I know.
They're looking at you.
I mean, yeah. I haven't done it in a while, but I've been shown how to do it before, and I did it a couple times. It's a useful skill to have.
Well, if I'm ever dying, you better use it.
Well, I won't have to, because that's not going to happen. You're going to be fine.
I hope
Well,
so.
Very well then. It's yours now, but I hope you never have to use it.
You and me both.
That'll be 50 gold, please.
Okay. I don't think Noctis knows how to haggle. So
Okay.
he's not really well versed in the world.
Okay.
You don't say. Little cabin fella.
Well, thank you kindly.
Of course.
See, they know how to be prepared.
You happen to have a grappling hook?
Hmm.
A grappling hook.
I mean,
Yes.
useful. And what if we fall down a hole?
Hmm.
You know.
Well, as a matter of
that's
fact, I
fair.
think we do have a kit with at least one of those. You thinking about taking up the mines again?
I know that the mines are my future. I'm not intending to do so anytime soon, no. It just so happens that some of the work that we're doing here is going very quickly into spelunking.
Well, you're nary to find a better tool than this. And he pulls out a very finely made grappling hook. It seems brand new, if not like lightly used, tied to the end of a very strongly wound rope.
Oh, there's rope included?
Yeah,
There
the
you
grappling hook has a long rope.
Okay.
How much for the grappling hook?
Well, it's a pretty simple device, you see. Despite all of its various uses, it's not actually very much material. I'd say only around 2 gold pieces.
All right. Then Voheim would also motion to the same part of the cart where the health potion was.
I'll take 1 health potion as well for me, please.
Sure thing. Like I said, can never be too careful.
Speaking of that, this might be a weird question, considering where we are, but do you have stuff to make health potions? Like ingredients?
I do have some herbs with me, yes.
How much would it be for those?
I'd say, assuming you can get the materials to work, assuming you're adept at alchemy and herbalism, I could give you a kit for 5 gold pieces.
Okay, yeah. I'll take one of those. Okay.
I'm afraid there's no guarantee on this, though, and it is up to the customer to craft what they will with this.
That's okay. Like I said, I've dabbled in it before. I'll try it again. For 5 gold pieces, I'll try it again. And she'll
Alright,
hand over the 5 gold pieces.
Voheim has the grappling hook and the health potion, like, I'm assuming on some sort of, like, surface, like, we're exchanging, we're trying to figure out what we're doing.
Table.
Voheim reaches behind him and pulls out the basilisk head and slams it down on the counter and says,
How much of the price will you knock off for one of these?
He doesn't seem phased by the sight of a decapitated basilisk and just says, "Ooh, where'd you happen upon one of these?"
Spelunking.
I see, hence the grappling hook and the potions of
Yes.
healing. Well, while it doesn't serve much practical purpose, this is quite the trophy. Let me think. Let me think from a GM perspective how much that would be worth. Okay, I think I got it. I think I could pay you about 150 gold pieces for this.
Ooh.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
So subtracted the cost, the 50 for the health potion, and the 2 for the grappling hook. That would make 98 gold pieces then, correct?
I can pay that out.
I have only one more request.
Certainly.
Would you two mind just letting me speak with him alone for a moment?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Voheim, again, like you said earlier, sort of takes him around by the arm and says,
You travel. You say that your family has lived in the sunlight for many generations. I am not very good at navigation. I was wondering. I tell you this only because you are a dwarf, and I trust you. I have it in my mind to create a new Thag. I was location spotting when I was waylaid and distracted. But you've probably been all over Thedas. Your perspective as a dwarf has value to me.
and then he takes out his awful map of Thedas and says,
Based on your experiences, where do you think I might be able to set up a new Thag? Somewhere for outcasts, people who are considered non-dwarves, where all are welcome.
He kind of looks at it a minute. And it's like, while there's no shame in being a surfacer, as one myself, that is a noble goal of you, that you've set there. Yes. Though I don't know of any place around these parts, as we have lost the road for some days now. I can say that outside of Ferelden, there aren't many Taigs. You would think there'd be more. It seems representation is rather lacking in the rest of the world, though I can recommend the Imperium. Nasty folk there.
I'm not above digging. I'm thinking from the ground down, new Thag. I don't need anything made already. I plan on constructing it myself if I must.
Lofty indeed, lofty indeed. In that case, home is where the heart is, friend. You might be overcomplicating your quest. Where you build, others will flock.
There's wisdom in what you are saying. On the off chance, do you happen to know of any old abandoned mines that we might begin construction?
He thinks about it for a second. And he goes, well, there are plenty of shafts in the Hunterhorn Mountains. And
Voheim takes the map and says,
Please, any areas of interest that you think would be a good start, just put an X on the map.
well, I can tell you this much. And he marks an X on, like, very far northwest section of your map. And says, I'm sure there's a lot of folk past the Enderfells that are in need of such assistance. Might be a good idea to start a shop there. Represent the unrepresented.
Who knows? Based on how well construction goes, perhaps you and your boy could include our new Thag on your traveling routes.
I'd be happy to pencil it in. More business is more business.
All right, that 98 gold. You're more than welcome to keep the trophy. Given our current situation, I foresee attaining quite a few more trophies just like this one in the very near future.
Well, there'll be a market for those for me here. That's for certain. These kind of things, they do well with the collectors.
Can't stand the things myself. I don't like the smell.
Yes. Well, among many other strange goods that we peddle, this doesn't really bother me, and Sandal is practically noseblind. Here, I'll pay you out, sir.
Yeah.
And should you have any questions, I have been to very far places in my time. I'd be more than happy to give you any more pointers you should need.
Perhaps we will speak later. I should let my compatriots finish their shopping, but I think I'm good with the grappling hook and the health potion.
Great. We have a transaction of 50 gold and 98 gold paid out.
And the herb kit thing
For
as
5,
well.
yeah.
For 5, yes.
Mm-hmm. I'll have to think about the enchantment thing.
I have ideas,
Okay.
but I need to think about it a little more, I think.
Saarebas, is there anything you would like to purchase?
I'm thinking of getting a longsword instead of a, but I'm not sure. That'd be a purely character type thing, so I'm fine with the Warhammer for now. I'm probably just gonna save up for a better thing of armor.
Okay. Well, should you change your mind, that is 15 gold pieces.
Gotcha. I can message you after the session or.
Wait, a
whatever, right?
longsword is 15?
Yeah.
Did
I'd say...
Saarebas... Or wait, never mind. No, we were saying the time doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Did
I'd say
Saarebas
when you-
express that you wanted to... Or wait a minute, didn't you get, like... If it's only 15, you should be fine, because you got, like... I don't remember how...
We gave you a lot of extra.
Yeah, you should... If it's only 15, like, and we can theoretically bring trophies from down there to sell to him, I say go for it.
I think it'd be it's more be like a character thing that he'd want it, but if he's not there, it's fine.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's very weird, it's petty, but if it makes any sense.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I get it. This is a location that you guys kind of frequent, so there will be
It's
a
a
chance
hub,
to
it's fine. We'll be here
have
frequently.
a roleplay moment if you'd like later. All right, is there anything else? Again, you can always change your mind. He's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yet.
Voheim would definitely walk up to Sandal and say,
After I have had time to ponder, I will probably be back for an enchantment from you.
Enchantment?
Oh, he's
So
he's getting
cute.
excited.
I love it.
You can kind of see his ears wiggle a little bit when you say that.
We love Sandal.
what time of day is it by this point?
You'd say it's approaching like dinner time, early evening. Like somewhere between midday and evening, late afternoon, early evening.
Okay. After Voheim is actually, before I walk away from the store or anything, does anybody else have any store stuff that they want to do before we walk away? Or before I walk away?
No. I got a health potion, so I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, because if it's before dinner, I'm just writing the stuff down so I don't forget. after like walking away from Bowden and Sandal, as they're like probably Hannon's probably chatting with them, and like Mac is probably bustling about.
Go ahead.
I was just going to. Voheim is going to approach Syretia and say,
May I have a word?
Depends. Am I in trouble?
he like looks confused. He's like,
No.
Okay, yeah, totally. Is it private? Do we need to go somewhere else and talk?
Yes.
Okay, sure. She's gonna follow them wherever they go.
okay. Are there any like rooms on this level of Durlock that we could go? Like, cause our room is all the way up at the top of like the keep. Are there any like rooms, or even like the chapel? Can we go to the chapel? Is there anybody in there right now?
I'd say there is a walkway on the way to the chapel that would make for a fine secluded space. It's not airtight necessarily, but like you can have a relatively private conversation there.
Okay. All right. So if Syretia and Voheim get to that spot, he would sort of like. Are there any like windows or anything in this like where we are?
I'd say there's a few like I don't know what they're called, little like slit windows.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Voheim would definitely like sort of walk up to one and just sort of like with his arms behind his back, just like gaze out of it, and then out of nowhere he just says,
Mudworm.
and then he turns to Syretia and says,
It's a dwarvish insult. Mudworm.
Oh, okay. What does that mean?
It's what I have been behaving like over the past few days.
He reaches into his pocket and takes out the Inquisition emblem, and he sets it down on like the sill and says,
I noticed when I received this from our friend at the cabin, you were the only one who recognized what it was. The only one who had any sort of interest in it. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I don't know much about the Inquisition, but I've seen them around in my travels.
Well, as an apology for speaking brashly or rudely, I would like to humbly offer you access to this. And to be honest, if you take it, all the better, because the longer it remains on my person, the more likely it is to be melted down and turned into something actually useful.
She'll kind of, she'll laugh at that bit. I gladly accept it, and she'll take it. It's just, like I said, I've only heard stories, but it's kind of neat. And just kind of look at it, examine it a bit. I assume you said it's just like the Inquisition symbol, right, Mitchell? Just like a medal.
It's basically like a medal that's like this big. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like cupped, like a half sphere, with that eye with the sword going through it, engraved on it.
Cool. Okay.
I'm sure I don't have to tell you that I wouldn't go flashing it around these people.
No, yeah, that was a quick lesson to be learned when we got here. And I think she's just going to put it in her bag. Thank you. That's very kind of you.
I only wish that you and Saarebas and Noctis were meeting a different dwarf.
Why is that?
Well, if fate had turned just slightly another direction, you'd be in the company of a much better dwarf.
Is it someone you know?
Yes. An old friend.
Well, Maybe we'll run into them. You never know.
He like smiles and closes his eyes and says,
Unless we all die, I highly doubt that.
Why is everyone so convinced we're gonna die out here? Nox said that too. When they bought the potion.
What I mean is, that would be the only way you would be able to meet my friend.
Oh, and I think her face is just gonna drop. She's gonna look so guilty. I am so sorry.
Well, that's fine. It wasn't your fault.
By the way, I've been meaning to talk to you. When we first met, I thought I overheard you say something about working for the Grey Wardens. Or did I mishear that?
Oh, you speak truth.
How do you know the Grey Wardens?
I know the Grey Wardens because my friends, the ones I am in charge of or responsible for, are currently doing some mining work for them. They are our employers for the moment.
I think with that, her eyes are going to widen a little bit. She's like, do you know which Grey Wardens? Like their names, their faces, anything like that? Or is that all secret?
I arranged for my family to stay behind. I must admit I did not stay in Vigil's Keep very long.
I think with that, her face is going to drop a little bit. Okay. I was just curious. I've heard a lot of stories about them. That's why when they brought up Darkspawn, I know about Darkspawn because of the Grey Wardens, so.
You admire them?
The Grey Wardens? Yeah, a little bit. I know what they do is very difficult and hard, and not a lot of them live super long, but, I mean, they keep us safe.
Do you wish to be one of them?
You know, maybe a little bit, but realistically, I would never be able to do that.
Voheim crosses his arms and just like squints his eyes and looks at you and says,
I saw how you handled yourself down in the dungeon. Tell me why in the world would they turn somebody like you away from their ranks?
That was just luck. There's still a lot of things I need to learn. But
I see. Well, for what it's worth, after we're through here, I will have to go back and collect my kin from the Grey Warden's mines, at which point I would be more than happy to give them a full account of how you handled yourself.
I think she's gonna stand there for a minute and she's clearly thinking about something. Like, she wants to ask you something, but she isn't sure if she should. Yeah, that would... Could I go with you? And then her eyes went like, I just said that out loud, didn't I?
Yes, I'm afraid you did, and I wouldn't mind the company. After I'm through here, I'll be wanting to take my gold back to my kin.
I'd like to see them. I think that would be really fascinating. I have some questions, so I think they could answer.
Voheim sort of laughs a little bit and says,
The only questions that I had for them were where was the food, where was the ale, and where is the mine? But you can ask them as many questions as you like.
You know, somehow that doesn't surprise me in the least. And she'll laugh. But, no, yeah, I would appreciate that. I think Odie would too.
Yes, how is your little friend doing?
Oh, I think Odie? And she's looking for him somewhere. I assume he's probably, like, in her...
Yeah, he's tucked into one of your pockets.
Yeah, trying to stay warm.
Eating elven breadcrumbs.
Oh, he's in there. He's eating.
He's a dragon after my own heart.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Aren't you, buddy? She'll kind of like scritch him in the pocket.
Yeah, he
while he's
nuzzles
eating.
up to you.
Voheim extends his arm out and says,
Upon the completion of our mission here at Durlock, I promise to take you to see the Grey Wardens.
Deal. And I promise to be a very good companion. And then she'll shake his hand. And not
he
be
smiles while still holding onto your arm, and in Elvish says, I don't. And he smiles and lets go and sort of just like nods and heads back down to like the common area.
I think as he leaves, Syretia's just gonna have a big smile on her face and then follow him back.
You see, in the keep where you left Noctis and the merchants, that they have already called over a number of mage apprentices to have a chance to shop for goods of their own. After all, they've been kind of secluded away from the world. About half of them, well, maybe like a third of them, go over to shop. A third of them continue to converse in this common area, and the other third of them seem to be heading upstairs. And you hear, Noctis, you're close enough to hear mumblings of like, don't want to be late for class. Like, this one's really important. Need to know this for the exam.
I think their ears kind of perk up a little bit, and they're like, do I follow these people to figure out what's so important?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to get up and follow them.
Yep. As you stand up, and attempt to join the mages congregating up the stairs, your approach goes, oh good, glad I have caught you. As you see Elmander, using his staff like a walking stick, approach you.
Hi.
I wanted to congratulate you for the work you and your friends did. You've done us a great, wonderful service.
Thank you.
I have to admit, I had my suspicions.
I think everybody does. You wouldn't be the first, you're probably not going to be the last.
It's only natural. You can't blame them.
I was going to follow all these students up to see what's so important. They seem to be very anxious.
Well, today's lesson has been a long time coming, and I must insist that you participate as well.
Oh, yeah. I would love to.
You see, this lesson is focused on defense against demons. It's a threat to all of us mages, especially one of your kind. And though you seem good-natured and have kept your word thus far, it would be nothing but safe to take in this lesson for yourself.
Yeah, you're probably right. I should, if anything, go listen to what they have to say.
I was hoping the Saarebas would also be in attendance. You may make a good teacher.
Saarebas is outside with that newcomer.
I guess. Did you meet them? What did you make of them?
I did not actually. I stayed behind just in case things got sticky.
I appreciate your dedication to protecting us. After all, we've only just met.
Well, I mean, I have a lot to prove. More than anybody.
Well, you're doing just fine so far. Come now. Let us walk and talk.
Yeah.
As he guides you up the stairs with the rest of the students. Cut back to outside, and now the sun is starting to fall. Go ahead.
While this is happening, Voheim would be gathering some plates of food to take it out to Saarebas and the lady at the fire pit.
Okay. Syretia, what are you doing real quick? Would you be following Noctis up to class or Voheim back outside?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. I think she's interested in both things, but I think the thing she's interested in more is this woman out there, so she's probably gonna go see what's up because, yeah.
Okay. So, as you carry a plate of hot food out, which immediately loses its freshness and ceases to steam the moment it touches the outside air.
Well, does Hannah not have one of the little thingy things? What the heck is it called?
Like the thing you put on top of a plate to keep it warm.
A silver platter?
No, it's the thing that goes over a platter.
Like that, I know what you mean.
The dome thing?
The lid.
It's like packed. It's like a travel snack, essentially. Not really like
I see.
fine dining. But yeah, through the gate you see Shurston channeling some kind of power from within a clenched fist as she paces around the gate, and the Templars stand guard as Saarebas sits with our new friend.
Voheim impatiently taps on the gate with his axe.
I believe we've seen enough.
And?
That accent was familiar. There is more blood magic at play here.
I thought that... I thought it sounded familiar, too.
I'm curious to hear what Saarebas has gathered. Before anyone can act,
Oh no.
she's sitting at this fire, which has officially been smothered out by the lack of sunlight and the increasing winds. Even with your resistance to the cold, it's starting to grow incredibly uncomfortable out here. She goes, like, what in the maker is taking so long?
I know not.
How far away are we from the fire pit? Like, we're behind, like, a gate, right?
Like 15 feet.
Okay, so did I hear that?
Yeah, you can hear him chatting.
Voheim, holding the plate of food, just calls through the grate.
Bureaucracy! That's what's taking so long.
Bear.
He has the right of it.
Bear. And Syreetia's trying to sound out bureaucracy.
Much needed bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. Good.
Well, would much needed bureaucracy be able to take this plate of food over to the starving people by the fire pit?
Open the gate. And you can see a Templar hits a lever.
A lever.
And she goes, like, thank you. Now, I must ask to see your leader. She goes, not so fast.
Take me to your leader.
I was thinking it. I wasn't going to
Anyways.
say it, but yeah.
Sorry.
You're in class. Shh.
Saarebas, you spent some time with her. What do you make of this visitor?
I admit I am not the greatest judge of character. It seems he's interested in our Noctis.
Why?
They are related by blood.
I must admit that's true.
And did she happen to say what her reason for being here was?
Seems our companion is a runaway.
Well, is that not an excuse to let them inside? Clearly, this individual is here to collect Noctis.
I must admit, I have grown to trust Noctis after today. It is not every day you see someone stick their neck out for strangers. If she's a friend of Noctis, then I may permit her to enter. However, she will be under strict guard until further notice.
I'm assuming until Allmender has the opportunity to question her himself.
Yes, and I'm also quite curious to see Noctis's reaction. They might have a lot more light to shed on this.
Yes, well, let's shed that light inside, shall we?
The food tastes
Yes,
better
please get me
inside.
out of this maker-forsaken cold and let me see my daughter.
I think when she calls Noctis her daughter, Syretia's eyes are just gonna narrow. Like, what?
Voheim looks
doesn't
looks at
make
Syretia, looks over at Saarebas, just like,
That just confuses her to no end. Like, what? That doesn't make sense.
Yes, well, you can see your daughter when we're inside.
Well then, lead the way. And thank you for keeping me company, fine sir. And she'll go to shake your hand, Saarebas. She'll just extend the hand out.
He'll shake it stiffly.
Stiffly.
Yeah, awkwardly. He's not one for social etiquette. He's not very well learned about that.
Alright. You can see as she removes her glove to shake your hand properly. You meet her gaze. Can you make me a
Oh,
wisdom
no.
saving throw?
Oh no.
Fucking blood magic. Oh my god.
Yeah, one sec.
Great.
of all the people,
The
people.
second.
Yeah, I think a 24 will do it, right?
Oh my
Oh!
gosh.
Nice.
Okay.
Cleric,
God.
baby.
So, damn, good roll.
Thank goodness.
You see that this person you met has been nothing but standoffish the entire time. And after hours of sitting apart, she hasn't done much to acknowledge you after hearing nothing but surface level answers to her questions. She didn't have much interest in letting you know about her being here, and she had little interest in of your being here. She gave you the basic details. She was after her daughter, and that was it. And that she is a mage of some sort. And when you go to shake her hand, it is, you see a sort of like glint in each of her eyes as this is the first time you've had direct eye contact with her all day. And you can swear her gaze sees past just your eyes. and into your head as you sense a very subtle probe in your mind.
Nope. Hate that.
And you swear you feel a sort of pinch as her grip is rather tight for someone so thin and frail looking.
Am I knowledgeable enough about magic to understand what kind of spell this might be? Can I make an Arcana check for that?
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I'm not very good at it, but I'll give it a shot.
Worth a try.
3.
Oh
2 plus 1.
no! Oh.
I would say with a 3, it's not a nat 1.
It's not that one.
That is true.
Hey, to be fair, he never actually learned magic.
I think you know something just happened to you. You don't know whether it's a spell. You don't know whether this is just sheer intimidation. You don't know what has happened, but she's definitely done something.
Great.
This was no meager handshake.
Does she look like she's expecting something to happen after that? Like, what is her reaction after her spell assumedly failed?
She appears rather smug, like she just got away with something.
This bitch, man.
I will
God,
simply
she
nod
sucks.
and escort her inside.
Oh goodness.
And she happily allows you to escort her inside, as
We're
you
in
are the only
danger.
one that has shown her any kindness so far. Kindness meaningful to her, that is.
Right. Don't mind the fire we made and the food we gave you. No, whatever.
As the guards flank you both. Eyes, for once, not transfixed on you, Saarebas, but the person you're escorting. You'd be lying to yourself if this didn't feel kind of nice, for once. So, you all head back inside, and you can see that a majority of the students are now congregating for class. This is the last period of the day before everyone returns to their dorms, their rooms.
Hannon, which way did Noctis go?
She is sitting in on lesson. Sorry, they.
Well,
Oh, you're fine.
Can I eat in there?
Most certainly.
All right, fine. That will make the class a bit more bearable.
I don't much sit in on classes, but from what I hear, Elmander is very powerful speaker. I'm sure it will be interesting.
You might learn something cool.
I cannot cast magic. The only magic that I am interested in is the euphoria of the end of an axe cleaving through flesh and bone.
Right. I mean, that works too, I suppose.
I admire how straightforward, to the point you are.
Well, as long as I have your cooking, Hannon, I believe I shall survive this miserable class.
You are too kind. But seriously, you might get something of substance out of this. I believe the boss was looking for you, by the way, Saarebas.
Oh.
He thinks you might have something to add in this lesson.
I doubt it.
Oh, don't be so mild. You're a professor, after all.
Well, by definition, if not by anything else.
Well, don't feel like you have to do anything. You've done plenty today. You
No,
all are heroes.
if my presence is requested, I will do as such.
Very well. After that, I think everyone just retire for the day.
Yes. I should speak to Elmander anyways.
Very good. Now, Mac, start on the dishes. I'm going to take care of our last few patrons. And you can see that they kind of start to close up shop. And the two dwarves, the newly arrivals, also begin to close up their makeshift stall as we're starting to approach the end of the day.
Where is the lady elf I escorted in? Where's she at right now?
She's still with you.
Okay.
She's looking around going like, mighty nice place.
Bit of an upgrade from that freezing courtyard, isn't it?
Anything would make me happy after that. Seems like a fine school. Shame it's out here in the middle of nowhere.
Well, to be fair, you haven't seen the foundations yet.
He just sort of rolls his eyes.
Do I want to?
Not until pest control is done down there.
A work in progress. Now, I take it Noctis is up that way. I would very much like to see them.
I think Syretia watching her very, very carefully. Like, she's very clear to anyone else that she doesn't trust this person. But she's trying to hide the fact that she doesn't trust her from her, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Well, as you eye her, you can see that she's definitely very eager to do what she came to do.
I'd like to turn to my two companions. Well, Voheim, if you would mind fetching Noctis with me, we can grab our companion, and Syretia, if you would not mind keeping her company.
The woman? She looks back.
Yes.
Very well. Any excuse to play hooky for class, I'll gladly take.
So, you all, as a group, head up to the chamber that Noctis was once.
Wait, everyone? Or just
Yeah.
me and Voheim?
Assuming Syretia is coming with.
Oh, I thought I was going to have her
So
distract.
Saarebas is basically asking Syretia to hang here with Lady while we go run and tell Noctis, hey, somebody's here to talk to you.
Yeah.
She seems very intent
I don't think
on
she's just gonna
getting
stay
to
here.
Noctis and isn't willing to wait around any longer.
Oh.
No one appears to be stopping her.
Hold on, let me...
Oh
Hold
my
on.
god.
Mitchell, I have a thing I can do. I'm gonna send you it. Hold on.
Okay.
What I want to do real quick. Give me a second. Sorry, if you guys want to talk, I'm just taking pictures of something real fast.
Ooh, a picture.
Yeah, this is a thing I can do. It's on my sheet.
So
I want to do it. It's the one.
what you guys can't see is every once in a while I have to stand up and pace a little bit.
Okay. Who do you want to use this with?
Saarebas, I think. Yeah. Well,
Okay, that's perfectly.
Actually, no.
reasonable.
I'm gonna change that. I'm with Voheim. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Voheim, if you're looking at Syretia, her lips aren't moving, but you can very clearly hear her voice in your head saying, "I don't trust her.
Mm-hmm.
She has ulterior motives. We need to be careful. She might hurt Noctis, and I don't want that. And I don't like the fact that she's in the school right now. I'm worried that she might do something here." And she's like looking at you from like out of the corner of her eye, but she's trying not to make it obvious while she's like telepathically.
Voheim runs up the steps in front of Lady, double stepping up the steps, and say,
I will make sure that you do not get lost. This place is very confusing. We've only been here a day, and we've gotten lost many times. And given the fact that they don't trust you, the last thing you want to do is wind up in a part of the keep you're not supposed to be in. Now, as I recall, the magic classes, I think they call it, take place over here. Yes, this way is where all the classes happen.
Are you lying?
Are you trying to send her to another room?
I'm trying to lead her the wrong way. Like, I will go with her, but I am not heading towards the classroom.
That Noctis is in.
Correct.
Okay. So you're trying to like redirect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to make the argument, you don't want to take a wrong turning because they're sus of you. I'll take you where you need to go.
Make a persuasion roll. Actually, a deception roll. That'd be more deception.
Well, that's less good.
What'd you get?
17 flat.
Not bad.
17 flat?
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm not trying to stall it infinitely. I'm trying to buy the other 2 times so they can warn Noctis. I'm just trying to, like, take a circuitous route, basically. Take the scenic route to get there.
Yeah. So it is kind of like a spiral staircase going up.
Basically.
And it seems pretty obvious that all these students are headed towards class. That being said,
Oh
this
my
is a
God.
whole school. And she looks up at the group of students and back down to you.
It'll take us forever if we go where all they're going. We'll take a shortcut. Unless you'd rather stand in line for an hour.
Are you sure?
Of course. This place is made of stones, isn't it? I know stones.
Yes, but you're not even a student.
I'm a student of architecture.
Good argument.
Wait, so you helped build this place?
No, but my people have built structures very similar to it, and I can tell you that most of the time, a building like this size, isn't full of one-way entrances and exits and blind alleys. There's usually multiple ways to get where you need to go.
Fine. I can only stand so much dwarven babbling. Lead the way.
Wow.
I look over my shoulder. I don't know what my abilities are. You speaking to me in my brain freaked me out. So Voheim, as he's like in front of her, is gonna lean back towards you, looking like, "What have I just done?" And is just going to desperately try and telepathically send you a message.
You can, yeah, you can.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
Voheim doesn't know that, so his panic look is,
I'll stall her as long as I can. Get to Noctis quick.
Thank you. We'll be quick, I promise. Just be careful.
Voheim is breaking into like a little mini
Mentally.
dwarf sprint to separate her from you guys.
Hurry
She,
up
like-
this way.
He's like weirded out, but tries to keep up with you.
The students
like,
are gonna get in the way.
Fine. Go ahead. I'm right behind you. If that gets us where we need to go.
Why are all of you elves so slow?
Pardon.
Oh, I'm sorry. More dwarven babble you're not a fan of?
Mentally, stay your
That's
temper.
so funny.
That's not gonna work. You're gonna piss her off. Don't piss her off. In your
So
head.
at this point, Voheim is just rat mazing her. It's just like every wrong turn, like,
No, it's this way. No, this way.
And then
so
I
I'm just
think
trying. Yeah.
She just has her hands on her hips and is getting increasingly frustrated as the rest of you ascend up the staircase.
yeah, I think once they're gone, Syretia's gonna go straight for Noctis, where they are. So.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab, because I did not know anything would happen. I'm gonna grab Syretia's shoulder. Listen, that woman is not to be trusted.
Oh, good.
We must.
We're in agreement then.
Oh.
He's distracting her.
Yes.
We need to get to Noctis right now.
I had not realized you had worked out a plan already. How?
It doesn't matter. We need to get to Noctis. And she's just gonna start heading towards them.
I'm gonna. Would I know where? What's her name?
Shurston?
Shurston. Why do I know where Shurston's at?
Shurston is ever present, standing guard in the keep. Seeing as how most of the mages have migrated upstairs, that is where she has posted up.
I will tap Syretia on the back. Like, I will meet up with you later, and I will run towards Shurston.
And then I think as he's leaving, be like, okay, but be careful. And then she's gonna go towards Noctis, the room Noctis is in.
Okay. So it's kind of like an open, massive dome room, basically. It's the same one that Noctis was being kept in a mage circle. And where they were contained in the middle of the room now stands Elmander with a desk filled with scrolls and tomes, as well as a blackboard. And then lining this large domed room, like it's like half a football field's length big, like it's huge. There are lined the Templars all around, including Shurston. So you go over out of earshot from all the other mages and get her attention as all the other students set up.
This is urgent.
Yes? Any trouble yet?
Some way or another, that woman has avoided your precautions. I know not how, but she appears to be... I admit I don't know her intentions, but she has nefarious motives.
If you have a bad feeling, you don't need solid evidence for us to act.
She attempted to do something to me. I assume it was magical. She believes it was successful. We can capitalize on this.
Already trying to pull tricks. Not even an hour into her stay. Well, that's good enough for me. Do you want me to summon the guard?
If I might. Have them on standby until we can assess what they might do. I apologize for overstepping my bounds, but I would
No,
see
no.
her plans.
I appreciate you bringing this to me. Like I said, like I always say, you can never be too careful.
One more request.
Certainly.
If she need be disposed of, I would be the one to do it.
You would have my sword.
I will not be made a fool of in such a way. And then I'll nod and then stand up and sprint back to the room as I assume she gathers her guards.
Mm-hmm. In that case, she will not stay the night. So, you see, she goes to sort of give orders to her fellow Templars as the students gather for class. They all have some rugs that they set up on the ground, and they are all set up with plenty of books, journals, vials, and each of them like laying their respective arcane foci on the ground. And they all sit on their knees, ready to listen to Elmander's lecture. As you can see, the Templars are kind of moving about as he speaks. And he says, "Good evening, class. Today is a very important lesson that many of you have been preparing for some time now. I am particularly impressed with Master Benji's work. Your studies have been going quite well the past few days." You can see it's the elven boy that you helped the other day, Saarebas.
No.
I'm also very impressed with Mistress Floral. You two have been studying quite diligently. For the rest of you, I hope you are ready for a lesson in abjuration. We as mages are under constant threat from spirits, beings from the Fade, most notably demons. You'll need to learn how to block these out. These nefarious creatures, constantly looking for ways into your head. I have a way to camouflage your mind. You must first think of your happiest memory. I know many of you miss your days with the clan. Growing up Dalish was quite freeing for many of you. I know many of you have fond memories from there. I understand some of your families were rather accepting of your magical abilities. Thoughts like these could power this spell. I would simply ask you to dig deep and concentrate on emptying your mind of all negative feelings, save for these happy emotions. And he is actually going to teach a spell. For our spellcasters in the group here, I need you both to roll and your respective spellcasting ability stat. Just a flat roll for it.
Flat stat?
Charisma for Warlock, right?
Yeah.
So that'd be charisma for Noctis.
And wisdom for
wisdom
Cleric.
for Saarebas.
Yeah.
Slay! I got 14.
16 for me.
14 and 16. Then why don't you both... You can decide who goes first. describe a happy memory that your character might have?
Yeah, Noctis, what's the happy memory you have?
I think that Noctis thinks about when he met everybody.
Okay.
I think that's when he was like he how do I they're like they don't have a lot of happy thoughts, so they don't know how to like pinpoint it exact, but that's like the closest thing they can think of.
Okay.
Well, it's not that they don't have happy thoughts. It's more like
Yeah,
they have
slim.
The best
they have
memory.
slim pickings. They have.
There
It's
are
the
no
easiest
wrong
to
answers.
access.
There are no wrong answers. A perfectly delightful memory from that still remains vivid in your mind as you recall the friends you've made in the past couple days. How they very quickly become allies, companions, friends that you trust your life with. This is an acceptable memory.
Cool.
Saarebas.
Saarebas struggles to find any memories that might be considered good, and has to dig back to his childhood before his unfortunate awakening, and settles on the first time he held a sword.
Okay. So, you have to dig pretty deep for this one. But eventually, after shuffling through bad memory after bad memory, you find nothing but sheer delight in the first time you swung a sword. For once, something in your life wasn't very complicated. It was very easy to enjoy. And this is yet another very fitting memory for this spell. And while your rolls weren't super duper high, they were high enough to warrant one cast of this spell that I will send in the general chat. And you can hear Elmander continue to lecture. Good, everyone, you are getting the hang of it. Very good. Empty your minds. Uncloud them. Fill them with nothing but positive energy. Give the demon nothing to work with. And you can see that even this lady stranger is trying to take in the lesson. As well as all these other mostly elven students. People like Benji and Floral and Neil, all concentrating as hard as they can. And it's very clear that most of the students were highly receptive to this lesson. However, as the students are practically meditating, Noctis, you can't help but feel intermittent gazes upon you.
I can feel what now? I'm sorry.
Intermittent gazes.
Gazes, I guess, like people are staring.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Yeah.
as you look across the room, and a woman you most certainly recognize
Oh
catches
goodness.
glimpses of you.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
That was me. So I can see her fully now, or is it just like kind of like blinks of this person?
You can see her pretty clearly.
I think.
And while your lesson was going very well,
Oh god.
towards the end, you can't help but feel a little distracted.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What happens? I'm so scared.
What are you feeling? What are you doing? Anything?
I think they're going to they're gonna kind of get up a little bit and then I don't know what they would do. I think they would be like kind of they left home. They were and they're gonna kind of is everybody standing up or they're meditating on the ground?
No, if you stand up, you're the only person outside of Elmander and the Templars that are standing.
Okay, cool. They're gonna kind of back up a little bit.
Okay.
Oh no.
So, being in the center of a domed room, in the middle of a lesson, as you begin to stray from your classmates, as it were, you get a couple of looks from around you.
Oh no. I think they're gonna leave the room.
Okay. So do you run out or just try to walk out nonchalantly?
I think it's more like a light jog.
A light jog. Like you just got a nosebleed in class and you need to go take care of it or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I feel like... Oh, what would she do?
What would she do?
I feel like in response to this, she would stand up and begin to fast walk after you.
Oh god.
Where are the rest of us? Were we in the room or are we still like trying to get to the room?
The rest of you are kind of like in the class essentially.
Did we see this go
Sitting off to the side. Yeah.
happen?
It's
Okay.
it's pretty easy. The only people standing is the teacher and the guards.
Okay.
And now these two.
I know Syretia's not a mage, obviously, but when they were talking about happy memories and stuff, she kind of started, slipping into like a happy memory and thought about that. But then when she realizes that Noct got up and was leaving and then she was following, she's like, oh shoot. It's like, and she like gets the other two like, and gets up to follow them. Like we need to make sure that Noctis is okay.
Voheim rolls his eyes and puts down a hunk of bread he brought with him and rushes out of the room.
Yeah, I've got one hand on my weapon, ready to draw it.
Okay, just to be clear, which direction did you walk? Did you like ascend or descend in this keep tower?
I think descending.
Okay, so back down towards like the main hall.
Mm-hmm.
I think immediately, as you begin to follow after them, all of you give a little bit of chase, a light chase, and the Templar guards also rush behind you, as class has been officially interrupted. And Elmander just goes like, "What is the matter? Is everything... What is going on?"
Is he asking us? 3?
Just like the Templars.
Oh, okay.
And you.
That woman has ulterior motives. There's something off with her. They might hurt Noctis. We need to go get them.
So be it. Let me finish up here.
Yeah,
I will join you shortly.
Sorry to interrupt you. This is just... I don't want to leave them alone with her.
Go on. I'll catch up.
Okay. Yeah, and Syretia's gonna
As
go.
people begin to get a little alarmed. There's some gossip going around from the students already, but also a little bit of panic as well.
Voheim pops his head back into the room around a corner, points, gestures at all the students, and says,
All of you shut up and listen to your teacher.
and then he
Love it.
As you descend down this staircase, Noctis, you hear a familiar voice calling after you. Noctis, that is you, is it?
Yeah.
Slow down. I would just like to speak for but a moment.
Oh, Noctis.
About what? I was looking for you. I thought you died.
I was looking for you. You up and vanished one day.
Yeah, that was after you didn't come back for a long time.
Mother
Like I
always
said.
comes back. You know this.
Yeah, I know. I was worried. And now, what, how do you find me? I couldn't even find you.
Make a persuasion check, actually.
Where's my persuasion? A 23.
Oh my goodness.
Slay?
Do you remember when I would always soothe you to sleep on all those restless nights?
Yeah.
Do you remember what Mommy had to do at the end?
Do I? I don't.
It's very fuzzy, but you know your mother had something that she had to do that seems a little obscured from your memory each night before bed.
No. I mean, I know you did something, but I don't remember what it was.
Well, it's finally come in handy.
Oh.
Thanks to our little nightly ritual, I was able to track you down.
Are you gonna take me home?
I assume that's what you would want.
Well, I mean, I made friends. Will they be able to come and visit?
Oh, no. They're not family. I thought it was just supposed to be you and I. There was nothing wrong, was there? It was a peaceful life. It's still open to you, or do you want to go to school? We can make that happen. You can see like the rest of you are starting to catch up to this conversation as it goes on.
So I can come back?
Well, I would very much like to have you back, dear. But if you're truly happy here, well, I guess I'll have to stay too.
Will you do anything?
Do anything? I mean, continue to look after you, as I've always promised.
You said we're there now, right? We can hear this conversation.
Yeah, you can officially hear this conversation
Can I insight check
echoing.
that? They're like, oh, I'm just gonna look after you. No ulterior motives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Try
you
to.
can go ahead. It's officially not a private conversation anymore.
God damn it, it's a 9.
A 9?
Yeah.
And you don't have much of a basis for this woman's motives.
Yeah.
Well, one thing seems clear. She does seem to care for Noctis.
Mm.
It seems genuine.
So I can stay if you stay?
Well, who else is gonna make sure you stay on the right path?
Me, as an example.
And
Oh.
she'll turn to you, like, wide-eyed. Just goes like, I'm trying to have a moment.
Really? Because it looks like you're a cat trying to corner a mouse.
I'm no fool. I understand I'm not welcome here anymore. But can you at least allow me a goodbye, a parting conversation?
How do we know you won't try anything?
Guys, it's okay.
It's not okay. You left home for a reason, right?
Well, she didn't come home for a while, so I went out.
You could have just said something.
What kind
To
of person
who?
abandons their child and doesn't come back? And now you just show up and you expect everything to be okay? Like, you can just go back to normal? Really? That's not how it works. And I think for the first time, if you guys look at Syretia, she looks pissed. Like, genuinely pissed.
Who do you think you are?
I'm
I was
Noctis'
merely
friend.
delayed.
Delayed. Noctis, how long was she gone? And she's looking at Noctis.
I don't think I wrote that down.
Make it up. It's canon. Whatever you say.
Like a week?
A week.
A week or two? Maybe a month? Time kind of gets jumbled.
And you didn't think to wait? When have I ever left you?
You always come back, I know, but there was
Right.
this bird, and it was a white raven, and that can be a bad omen.
And she kind of, this whole time has been kind of like inching closer.
Oh
And
God.
just goes, that's just a fairy tale, sweetie.
Oh, the white raven? You mean the white raven that traveled with you, Noctis?
Well, yeah, kind of near me.
Doesn't seem like a fairy tale to me. Looked awfully real, didn't it, Syretia?
Oh.
Saarebas?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, white ravens exist. But any meaning you might have gathered from it, those were all just stories, dear.
Yeah, but stories can be based on
Yeah.
fact most of the time.
A question, if you would.
Yeah?
And Shurston just like with a sword drawn goes like, I'd say there's only about time for a couple more questions.
What was that trick you tried to pull over on me outside of the gate?
Trick? No trick. Just wanted to say hi to Noctis. No, my baby's okay.
Disappointing.
What? What is going on?
You know, I have to thank you.
Who?
Your mother. She's taught me something very important.
And that is,
Okay.
my kind fellow?
I was worried after abandoning the Qun that I'd become weak, soft, and that was right. I was foolish to show any compassion to you. I'm gonna draw my weapon and move towards her.
There will be no need for that.
Ooh.
I can see I'm unwelcome to everyone here.
What? Everyone?
Do you still trust me?
I mean, you're my mom, so yeah.
She left you, Noctis. Did she even tell you where she was going? That she was leaving?
I mean,
You don't even know what she did to you to make her be able to find you.
well, I think that's on me.
No, it's not. She clearly did something. Something
Well,
you didn't
whatever's
know about.
Whatever's happened in the past, would you all allow me to right my daughter? At the very least.
Noctis is grown. If they receive a letter from you, they can decide whether to promptly throw it in the fire or open it. But I must insist that you take your deceptive behind out of this castle, because you are going to get yourself or someone else killed.
Oh, guys.
Don't think you're going to take them away from me. Not entirely.
They can decide that for themselves. They're right here, in the room with us right now. You keep talking about them as if they're an object or a pet.
Then I require no escort.
Good.
I will leave this place.
I'm sure you know how
One
to
last
get out.
offer, Noctis.
What?
Do you wish to come with me? Would you like to send letters?
I can write you. I've been having fun. And there's like this dungeon that I need to clear that I promised I would.
Well, if you're in
And
any
then
sort
I'll
of
come
danger, then
home.
I must insist that you come with me.
They're in no danger. And she's just glaring at this woman.
They'll always be in danger when they're not at home.
Enough. Leave before I split your skull.
I'm going.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I will come home after. I feel like I owe these people.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Then she'll go in for a hug, relieved.
Noctis hugs her.
That's my Noct.
Always.
Well, do be safe.
I will be. I can't get a scratch.
They made it this far without you. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I won't promise that I won't be back to check up on my child. You all look after her.
Oh, that's what we've
No,
been
I don't
doing.
have much faith. And she'll take her, flip her cloak around, and descend down the stairs past Noctis.
It's fine. They have been safe with us this far. Syretia says that as she walks past her.
Mm-hmm. And you can see, when she reaches the bottom of the stairs, a small squad of Templars escort her out the way she came.
Voheim walks over to Noctis and just says,
"Will you be all right?"
Yeah. I mean, I didn't think I'd see her again, but at least not for a while. I thought she was, like, dead or something after not finding her.
Just who does she think she is? Just walking in here expecting you to go home with her just like nothing happened when she left you. Like, nothing happened.
Voheim turns to Syretia and without saying anything, since he still has the telepathy, says,
"Slow your temper, Syretia."
I think when he says that mentally, she's just gonna look at him. She's gonna give him, uncharacteristically, give him the nastiest glare she's ever given anyone. And then mentally
he smiles. He smiles and winks. And then looks back at Noctis and says,
"Noctis, take this in the spirit it's given. If I had the opportunity to see any of my loved ones back from the dead, there is nothing in Thedas, there is nothing that could keep me away from embracing them, because I would be so excited at just the sight of them, to see them, to hold them. And yet when you saw her, you ran away. Instinct does not lie."
Yeah. I guess you have a point, but
You can see Elmander descends down the staircase, parting the way between a lot of students that are, bystanders in this altercation. Goes, "I don't know the full situation, but I believe this is not a conversation to be had out in the open. If you need to retire for the night, feel free to go back to your rooms. You've done much today. It's been rather eventful."
I think I'm going to go to the room.
telepathically, Voheim says to Syretia,
"You best keep an eye on that one."
If you look at her, she has a small dagger out, the one that she used in the fight, and she's just kind of fiddling with. She's looking at it, like turning it in her hands and just fiddling, examining it like she's in thought. And then she hears that, and she's like, "Yeah, I know, I will." Just in a very that tone of voice too. So.
"Yes, we'll all speak to you tomorrow, Almander. I think there are a lot of things that many people would like to speak with you about."
It's an understatement.
Indeed. It's been a long day, everyone. I want to congratulate everyone on making it through another day. amidst all this drama, remember, most of you still have assignments due tomorrow.
This is still school.
Off to
You're
bed
still
now,
students.
everyone. And everyone is, again, these are younger elven mages in training mostly, and they're all just like, did you see that? That was the craziest thing I've seen so far. Like, I wonder what that was all about. Why would they even let her in? Is everything gonna be okay? You just hear passing comments.
Saarebas looks down shamefully and tightens his hands.
Does Voheim clock that? Are you hiding it?
No.
Voheim would log that away, but wouldn't say anything to Saarebas while there are people around.
So, is there any last business anyone would wishes to attend to before you retire back to your room?
Noctis
People-
just beelines to the bedroom.
Okay.
Saarebas is going to watch them flee and immediately follow after them.
I think Syretia's gonna stand there fiddling with her dagger for a minute and probably standing in the hallway where people probably have to go around her because she's not moving. She's just stuck in her own head right now. And then eventually she's gonna realize that everyone's moving, and then still playing with the dagger. She's like,
It's a real knife.
It's from Ren Fair.
You got a real knife.
She's just gonna right, and then head back to the room.
So,
Voheim lingers near where Almander is.
okay. He's returned back up to like his class, the main chamber, and is packing up his lesson plans, his magic scrolls.
Almander,
Yes, Voheim.
have a question for you.
Well, I'll gladly answer any question I can.
This should be fairly simple. I'm just curious. What exactly does a dream or a nightmare entail?
It would be hard to describe to you. I mean, it's not a feeling I can really equate to anything that you've experienced.
All right, well, let me try this. I'll tell you what my normal night looks like. All right? I lay my head down on the pillow, and then I close my lids, and then it's like a long corridor till the morning. There is complete silence, complete peace. It's like I'm sleeping back home in the Thag. But when you have a nightmare, what is that like?
Well, even without dreams, our unconscious minds gravitate and try to envision something we've experienced in reality. It takes something we think we might understand and visualizes it. The more vivid the dream, the more powerful the Fade magic at work is. You being cut off from the Fade, though, doesn't allow for any lucid dreams. Or even those that may appear abstract.
What about, entities? Things that are beyond me, or say any dwarf? Are there beings that can make someone have a nightmare, even if they were a dwarf?
Are you saying you're experiencing such terrors?
I'm saying I'm not sure what I experience, seeing as how I have no frame of reference.
He would probably close his eyes and just say, like, if you'll allow me, and raises his hand up.
Voheim would walk forward and then pull his hood off of his head, and just sort of like lean his head forward, so that way Almander can like examine it.
How fascinating. I can still sense your severed connection to the stone, as I felt in all dwarves. I can sense your mind and spirit are intact. Well, it seems your heart is what truly leads you in life. I sense unpleasant memories. You've chosen to bury something.
He pulls his head back, puts his hood back over, and says,
You didn't see or feel any curses, right?
Just a troubled past.
Oh, well then, that's fine. As long as there's no curses. That's all I wanted to know. Good night.
You can't hide from your past, Voheim. You have to
You
learn
can
to live
hide from it, Almander, when all of the major players in it are dead. It's easy to outpace the dead.
He just kind of like eyes you as you leave, and takes out a journal and jots something down with his quill.
If you have any more inspirations on the subject, feel free to find me.
Should these night terrors persist, please do let me know.
Voheim bows and said,
You'll be the first person I tell.
Well, hopefully you have a good night, with no interruptions.
Me too. I could really use that long corridor about now.
So, whether it's from a rush of emotions, maybe a dash of embarrassment, and a pulling in separate directions on your heartstrings, Noctis, you are the first to arrive back in the room atop your tower. Very quickly behind, chasing after you, is Syretia and Saarebas. And lastly, Voheim, you catch up with everyone. To see your room just as you left it. Your items still secured, and whatever you've put away in your footlockers. And a bright moon out the window, which a figure sits. Crisscross applesauce on a pillow, just rocking back and forth, admiring the moon. As you, and as it spins, as this figure spins around upon hearing the door open, and just goes, "Ah, hello again, friends." As you see 10 once again.
Oh, today is not the day. I can't be doing this.
And that is
What?
where I'm going to end the session.
God damn it.
Yep.
Aw. Wow.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I do have a little bit prepared, but I'm running out of gas personally.
I got you.
Mhm.